Ladies and gents, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy. This Battlefield 5, I'm extremely hungry and waiting for my food to be delivered, but that's not the important piece of information today. The important points takeaway is you must go and try this to see if it works for you. I want to stress that, get it right out there off the bat. Please go and try this gun again. I beg you, do it. Let me know how it goes. Recently, a lot of people have been enjoying and finding useful my videos on guns that aren't used all that much, but can actually be extremely good and even counter the meta sometimes, such as the AGM/42 and the semi-auto Breda or whatever. Well, today I have another fantastic one, the M1907 SF. Yep, this has been in the game since the start, I believe, but it's never really been a popular option. It's had its little moments here and there, but it's never been a meta choice. And actually in some weapon balance builds of this game, it's been a bad option, to be honest. But now it's genuinely great. It's a standout choice and you need to hear about it. Now, I used it in Team Deathmatch for the footage today, just for ease of getting footage, and it of course excels more so in areas that aren't incredibly open, so keep that in mind and don't go running across the fields of Panzerstorm on Conquest or something with it and expect to automatically do well. You need to stay to the more confined areas, whether it be Team Deathmatch, Conquest, or anything else. It will be really good in Grind right now, by the way, if that's still around when you're watching this. Why? Well, because it kills extremely quickly. How fast? Well, if we compare it against the Type 2A, without the Type 2A having the ridiculous light bolt buff to rate of fire, its time to kill is extremely similar out to 20 meters, and then the M1907 starts to beat it, and quite comfortably so as well. Plus, it's easier to actually land the damage. But do you want some other examples of what else it kills faster than? Well, it kills faster than the Thompson without light bolt at all ranges, or isn't too far off it even when the Thompson has light bolt out to 20 meters and then starts to bury it. It kills faster than the Type 100 by a lot. It kills faster than the BAR out to 70 meters. It goes faster than the FG42. I think you get my point. This gun absolutely melts and barely anyone thinks to give it a try, probably because of how it performed in the past and what the established meta is right now. But I prefer it over the Sturmgewehr, the STG and the Rebelle in this meta, a near total reversal of how things used to be, and that's because automatic firing weapons, or especially slower firing automatic weapons, got kind of screwed over by this current weapon balancing, but faster rate of fire ones didn't really. So this shows how much has changed and how badly you need to go and give this thing a try if you haven't recently. It's got the same bullets to kill at all ranges as the other aforementioned assault autos, but fires faster, so it has a superior optimal time to kill, by quite a long way in some circumstances, if of course you can land your bullets. And it takes one less bullet to kill at all ranges than the M2 carbine. Although that gun fires faster, I still feel overall the M1907 is better. As far as fast firing autos go in BF5 right now, when you consider those that you can actually move around comfortably with, ADS with, etc., the M1907 is the gold standard for me, and honestly, the stats really do support that. It's a standout option. Add to that, the medics are less prevalent now with the recent changes, so you're not so often competing against fast firing options at close quarters with infinite heals. You can really take advantage of that by using the M1907 now, and it's got pretty solid accuracy, which people don't really realize. So you've got more range than you imagine. If you can be accurate with this weapon, you really will drop people out to some surprising ranges. Now, I'm not saying you can go and take on semi-autos at 50 plus meters or anything like that, but you can really catch people off guard. And I think people think that because the control stat bar is low in the game, it must be hard to control. It's not. For me, I really don't think so. It's really not. Not when you consider that it fires at 770 rounds per minute. And this is especially apparent when you use recoil buffer. Then even without the hipfire specs, because you're using recoil buffer, you can still use it to hit fire in close quarters. And all I really need to do to sell it, I feel, is have you look at some of the clips in the video today and take notice of how it can kill people at longer ranges than you might have expected. And this is on console, not even with a mouse and keyboard. With a mouse, you could probably make this kind of a laser beam. Keep in mind, you can also burst fire with it if you want to, or switch to semi-auto fire mode, or simply, if you start missing, take that split second to readjust and then finish the kill. And before anyone says, well yeah, maybe with aim assist or whatever, this video has a total mixture of footage with 0 aim snap and low aim assist, and max aim snap and max aim assist. You can see that regardless, I was still able to perform, able to regularly outdo the opposition, and mow some bad guys into the ground. If you're struggling with it, just give it time and practice. It really will be worthwhile for some of you out there. And if you just can't get it to work, then move on. Do keep in mind, it only has 21 rounds max per reload, so you do need to get used to getting a kill or two and getting to cover to reload, rinse rinse and repeat. This is a 1v1 winner, not something to go and mow down 7 people in a row, okay? And if you do need a larger magazine to perform optimally for the way you play, then this gun just isn't for you, and that's fine. Everyone plays differently, and some of you out there could really do with paying attention to this absolute monster right now. Go and try it today if you can, and let me know what you think. And so that's my coverage of the M1907 SF in this meta. This was another video where I chose to keep it a bit shorter and not go on for too long, and now I'm going to play out the rest of my footage for you to enjoy if you want to. There's some good stuff in there. If not, well, thank you for joining me here today for a few minutes, and if you enjoyed the video overall, hitting the like button is massive for me. I really appreciate it and it helps me to grow. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing and turning on notifications, stay up to date with the massive amount of content that I'm pushing out and will continue to put out into the future. And all the links to my social media, including Patreon, can be found in the description and my pinned comment. Here is the Board of Awesome for the epic people who already support me on Patreon. They're all absolute heroes and I love them all deeply and of course, often. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, the link to the Patreon page is in the description and my pinned comment. And with that all said, I'm GetGoodGuy and I'll see you next time. Laters. And so those of you out there saying, I can't succeed now the game has changed again, well, you can do, you just aren't doing right now. Now, you may think the game is better or worse in different patches, that's fine. But to say I can't succeed in this, that's false. That's patently false, because some people can.